Every morning you squeeze out a neat little line of minty toothpaste, brush for 2 minutes, spit, and move on with your life. Simple, clean, refreshing. But have you ever wondered what people did before this magical mint tube existed? How did ancient humans deal with bad breath, yellow teeth, rotting gums? And who was the strange genius who invented toothpaste in the first place? Well, the answer begins in a world where people clean their mouths with things so horrifying you may never look at your toothbrush the same way again. Because the history of toothpaste is not fresh, it is not minty. And it is definitely not glamorous. In fact, for thousands of years, humans willingly scrubbed their teeth with ashes, bones, burnt shells, and ingredients that sound less like dental care and more like a witch's cursed recipe. But strangely enough, they believed it worked. And one civilization created a toothpaste recipe so advanced, modern dentists were shocked when they discovered it. But we'll get to that secret in the end. Because first, you need to know just how desperate humans were. Imagine waking up 5,000 years ago, no bathroom sink, no fluoride, no Colgate, no mint explosion that burns your soul at 7 a.m. Just your mouth full of yesterday's food. Now here's the creepy part. Ancient humans understood something important. Dirty teeth meant pain. Pain meant infection. And infection in ancient times could mean goodbye. So people became weirdly creative. Ancient Babylonians, Egyptians, Indians, Chinese, Greeks, and Romans shared one obsession: scraping filth off their teeth somehow. Since toothpaste didn't exist, they made their own. This is where things become mildly disturbing. Let's begin with the Egyptians. These people were brilliant. Pyramids? Check. Mummies? Check. Terrifying dental paste? Also check. One of the earliest tooth cleaning mixtures used in ancient Egypt included burnt eggshells, ashes of ox hooves, and pumice stone crushed into powder. Yes, they basically brushed their teeth with powdered barbecue remains. And if that sounds bad, the Greeks and Romans took it personally. They added crushed bones, oyster shells, charcoal, tree bark, and rough salt. Imagine your gums screaming every morning, "Good morning, civilization." China and India were slightly more civilized. They used herbal mints, salt, ginseng, aromatic twigs, and chewing sticks to clean teeth and freshen breath, which honestly sounds less like torture and more like ancient organic wellness influences. But did any of this actually help? Surprisingly, yes. Not because it was pleasant, but because these rough powders scraped plaque off the teeth. Basically, ancient toothpaste was sandpaper for your mouth. Now you may be wondering, how did they even apply this nightmare powder? With fingers, with frayed twigs, with chew sticks, with rough little branches chewed until the ends became brush-like. So yes, the world's first toothbrush was basically a half-eaten stick. Romantic, isn't it? Some cultures simply rubbed charcoal and salt using cloth or fingers. Others chewed medicinal wood all day to keep breath fresh. Human beings really looked at trees and said,
"You are now oral hygiene."
For centuries, this madness continued. Then came the 1800s. Humanity finally decided maybe rubbing bone dust into bleeding gums was not the ideal morning routine. So tooth powder became popular. People used chalk, soap, ground charcoal, even betel nut. Wait, soap? Yes. People literally brushed their teeth with soap mixtures. Imagine accidentally swallowing that before coffee. Then in 1873, Colgate changed everything by mass-producing toothpaste in jars. And in the 1890s, toothpaste finally entered squeezable tubes. For the first time in human history, dental care looked less like medieval punishment and more like something you'd willingly do. Mint flavors arrived, smooth paste arrived, foam arrived. Civilization sighed in relief. But this still is not the most unbelievable part of the story, not even close. Remember I told you one ancient civilization created something that stunned modern dentists? Here it is. In the early 2000s, researchers uncovered a 4th century Egyptian toothpaste formula written on ancient papyrus. Dentists recreated it, tested it, and expected it to be awful. Instead, they were stunned. The mixture actually cleaned the mouth remarkably well and left a fresh feeling afterward, despite causing some gum irritation. Let that sink in. A toothpaste recipe created roughly 1,600 years ago worked better than some soap-based toothpastes used in the 1900s. Meaning, ancient Egyptians figured out an effective toothpaste long before modern civilization did. Humanity literally became advanced, then somehow made toothpaste worse and then improved again. That is perhaps the most human thing ever. So tomorrow morning, when you lazily squeeze toothpaste onto your brush, remember this: you are just one lucky century away from rubbing burnt hooves and crushed bones into your gums. Suddenly, mint doesn't feel so boring, does it? And that innocent white paste sitting in your bathroom? It carries 5,000 years of strange, bloody, dusty human experimentation. Sweet dreams and thanks.